Fasting has emerged as a powerful tool for enhancing health and well-being. The simple truth is, everybody responds to fasting a little differently. Genetics, health, lifestyle, all these things play a part. But for a healthy person embarking on a fasting journey, there is a general timeline of events, a predictable set of metabolic responses as your fast stretches from hours into days. We are breaking down that timeline here. Between 0 and 3 hours, your body is still going through the process of ingesting and storing the last thing you ate. After your body breaks down carbs, protein, and fat into glucose, amino acid, and fatty acids, your body metabolizes them for energy or stores them for later use. Depending on the last thing you ate before starting your fast, a few different hormones could be at play in your bloodstream. If you've eaten a meal heavy in carbohydrates, you'll have a lot of glucose in your bloodstream. That means a rise in insulin. Your pancreas secretes insulin to help shuttle glucose into cells where it can immediately be used for energy production, protein synthesis in muscles, or stored for later use, either as glycogen in the liver or as adipose tissue. 3 hours after your last meal, glucose and insulin have most likely returned to normal pre-meal levels. You'll also experience a fluctuation in ghrelin and leptin. Ghrelin, the hunger hormone, is what turns on your appetite. Leptin does the opposite. After a meal, your ghrelin levels fall and your leptin levels rise, effectively turning your appetite off, signaling to your brain that you're full. The 0 to 3 hour time frame is what we call an anabolic or growth period, since nutrients are available and the body can burn them, build muscle with them, or store them. During the 4 to 24 hour phase, your body switches to the catabolic or breakdown state where stored nutrients are put to use. Once blood glucose and insulin levels drop, you'll experience an uptick in glucagon, a catabolic hormone that stimulates the breakdown of glycogen in the liver for energy. Since glucose is still your body's main fuel source in this phase, your metabolism will attempt to break down enough glycogen to keep your blood glucose in the normal range. Towards the end of this phase, you'll likely start depleting your glycogen stores, which means you need access to another fuel source. Your body will begin to switch from glucose to ketones. Glucose is still your primary preferred fuel source, but when your glucose reserves are nearing empty, you'll start using fat stores and ketone bodies to make up the difference. Between 12 to 24 hours, blood glucose levels will be reduced by about 20%. The exact time that your body starts shifting from using glucose to ketones for energy depends on how much glycogen you've got stored away and how much energy you're burning throughout the day. This switch happens faster if you are exercising, since you'll burn through your glycogen stores more quickly. Your body is switching into fat burning mode now. Glycogen is significantly depleted, so you'll produce and use ketones for energy. Through the breakdown of fat, a process called lipolysis, fat cells in the body release free fatty acids. These free fatty acids travel to the liver where they are transformed into ketone bodies through the process of beta oxidation. When we say ketone bodies, we are referring to 3 distinct types of molecules: acetone, acetoacetate, and BHB. Your body can use both acetoacetate and BHB for energy production. Blood ketone meters, which you may have seen people use while fasting or on a ketogenic diet, measure BHB levels in the blood. BHB levels can vary based on the individual, but within 24 to 72 hours of fasting, you are likely to see BHB levels rise to somewhere between 0.5 to 2 millimoles, the range for nutritional ketosis. At this point, ketones become your primary fuel, but your brain still needs a bit of glucose to function. With none to be found in your blood and your glycogen stores completely tapped, your body makes glucose from non-carbohydrate sources like fat, ketones, and amino acids through a process called gluconeogenesis. Yes, your body can actually make sugar out of protein and fat. During this phase of fasting, you produce about 80 grams of glucose per day using this process, most of which is used by the brain. The rest of the body can rely almost exclusively on ketone bodies. Also note that forms of intermittent fasting that have shorter windows of fasting ranging from 12 to 18 hours per day may not reach this state. as ketosis may not be achieved with fasts lasting less than 24 hours unless you also follow a very low carb diet. So what's going on with ghrelin, the hunger hormone? This deep into a fast, it actually starts to decline again. So overall hunger levels seem to decrease around the third day of a fast and beyond. We are now in a prolonged fasting phase. After day 3, glucose and insulin levels remain low, hunger stays suppressed, and you are in a steady state of nutritional ketosis. BHB levels continue to rise throughout your fast. At this point, they'll likely settle out around 1.5 to 3 millimoles. Keep in mind that long-term fasts are not recommended for most people and should only be performed under medical supervision. Thank you for watching. Show us your support on Patreon, subscribe for similar content, and click that bell icon. Don't forget to check out this playlist and follow us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram to stay tuned. Minutemen, where medicine is made fun.